Check out the Everhart Museum's newest exhibit, shop at the Circle Drive-In, take a chance on winning a designer purse, and celebrate Women's History Month. All this and more on today's episode of Scranton Scope. Here's Royal Retailers.
Hi, I'm Lily Everett, and this is your Royal Retailers. Want to experience movies like never before? Enjoy a cozy environment with plush oversized seating and a tray table? You can even bring home some of that movie magic by shopping through their movie merchandise. And you should definitely take advantage of their dine-in services. Our house is where you want to go. It's located at 301 Lackawanna Ave. And this independent theater offers a unique cinema experience like no other. So I'm here with the operations manager, Ty. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing great today.
All right, perfect. So what makes our house different from other theaters in the area?
So the thing about the art house is you can get food delivered to your seat, which is not a very common thing with movie theaters, but here we want it to be really homey. We want it to feel like you're not taking a track to go somewhere that you're not going to feel comfortable, because a lot of people, they don't really go to the movies anymore ever since COVID, and we want to make sure that they feel welcome here.
Perfect. And this is a very welcoming environment.
Yes.
So why should students of the University of Scranton make their way here?
So the good thing about the Scranton Art House is it's within walking distance. There's not a lot of things to do in the city that's more than 20 minutes long. So to have this place here, it really gives them a good opportunity to go out and hang out with their friends and get something to eat. It's a great thing about the Scranton Art House is that we're close and we're ready for them to come.
And I'm going to ask this because I know our students are going to be asking, do you offer a student discount?
Yes, we do. On our ticket prices, we do offer a student discount.
That's perfect. And you do $5 Tuesdays,
Yes,
correct?
we do.
Perfect. So they have no excuse to not come is what I'm hearing. Perfect. And then what is your go-to snack or meal when you're watching a movie here?
So for this place, my go-to is our buffalo bites. I just think that they're so crispy. And it's just such an amazing thing to be able to have this table here and sit and eat and watch a movie.
Right. And there's cup holders too.
Yes, cup holders.
And what is a movie coming up that you're excited to see and that you think other students at the University of Scranton should come see?
I'm really excited to see the Disney Snow White movie. And
Ooh.
another like indie kind of movie is Warfare that's coming out, and I'm really excited to see that one. It has a really great cast.
Oh, okay. So you guys do show indie movies as well as blockbusters here.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Ty.
Yes, of course.
Visit the ScrantonArtHouse.com or call 570-955-0293 for more information on ticket rates, movies, and hours. I'm Lily Everett, and this has been your Royal Retailer of the Week.
If you're a collector or just love a good bargain, check out the Giant Flea Fair at the Circle Drive-In in Dixon City.
This bustling outdoor market features hundreds of vendors selling treasures and deals from fresh produce to antiques. You'll find it all. The market runs every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Admission is $1 per car, so make sure to fill up your car with as many friends as you can. Visit the Circle Drive-In website for more information.
What's up, bookworms? Today's recommendation is in honor of Women's History Month, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins. The historical fiction novel is told by a magazine journalist, Monique Grant, who gets the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to interview Hollywood icon Evelyn Hugo. Evelyn chooses Monique to write her biography, where she reveals her glamorous and scandalous life, her journey to stardom, and her 7 marriages and her forbidden love. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo has complex female characters. Our main character is a woman who pursues her ambitions unapologetically. Despite the marketing around this book, this story really is only about Evelyn and her character development. She has lied, she has manipulated, and she has hidden so many parts of herself. But this made her feel so real. I absolutely fell in love with this character. I felt like I was reading about an actual Hollywood icon and found myself wishing that she existed in real life. This book left me an emotional mess, to say the least. This is one of my favorite books. I've read it twice and I'm ready to dive back into the world of Evelyn Hugo. Netflix has actually picked it up, and I really hope that they do the book justice. There has been some fan casting going on, but I would rather see new faces portray these characters. Spoilers coming up. Evelyn is a Cuban-American bisexual woman, and I firmly believe that she should be played by one. I give this book a 4.7 only because I thought the plot twist at the end was a little unnecessary and a bit cookie cutter, but overall I think it has great female empowerment and representation.
Leadership Lackawanna will present Purse Bingo from 3 to 6 Sunday afternoon at the Holiday Inn in Dunmore.
In addition to the designer purses, players have a chance to win a basket raffle and a 50-50 raffle. Tickets are $30 in advance and $35 at the door.
All proceeds from this purse bingo fundraiser will benefit Leadership Lackawanna's Tomorrow's Leaders Today program. Here's Morgan's mixtape.
Welcome to Morgan's Mixtape. Today I'm going to dive deep in some of my favorite albums that I listen to all the time, and then by the end of the segment, give you some albums to listen to at the end of the week. So first up is Willow. I didn't really listen to Willow, but I heard her open live for Childish Gambino during the summer. I fell in love. Her set was gorgeous. Her vocals are gorgeous. Everything she had to do, you felt it. The room was like silent. She was beautiful and everything about it was beautiful. She was singing songs from her album Empathogen, which has no skips. Empathogen has no specific genre either. It's jazz, it's dark pop, it's funk, it's tribal, it's soul, it's everything mixed into one. And it's beautiful. You never know what you're going to hear next. And that's what keeps you listening. You always want more from this album. And Willow shows off her insane vocal range, both in emotions and just in the range itself. So, Empathogen is a cultural highlight. It highlights mental health issues, loving yourself, loving the people around you, and so much more. So, at its core, this album is just deeply human. Willow finds it important to stay true to yourself, staying curious, and staying devoted. During the summer, I listened to Pain for Fun on repeat. The bridge in that song is beautiful. It's nothing like I've ever heard before, and her lyricism is just so great, and you just feel it in your soul. So Willow started her music career in 2010 with Whip My Hair, and now she has grown to here. You could see so much growth in her. Willow has won the Young Artist Award, the NAACP Image Award, and a BET Award. Like, she is so great at such a young age. And she said she spent a lot of her career overthinking, but she finally feels the freedom to let herself go. So it's really exciting that we're getting such a unique style from her. Next up, I'm talking Big Time Rush. Who would have thought that a Nickelodeon band is still releasing music and going on tour today? Me. Young me is obsessed with Big Time Rush, and 21-year-old me is obsessed with Big Time Rush. They sold out Madison Square Garden on their first tour post-COVID. That's insane. Not many people are doing that. They are high energy, they are good performers, they still are releasing music, and they are just really great to see. The album I want to highlight from them today is BTR. This is their first album, and it just highlights so many things that you don't really think about when you're younger, but you listen to them now and you're like, wow. So they go through a lot of different moods on the album, like they're yearning and worldwide, they want that relationship, but they're optimistic in halfway there. And you're just seeing growth in career, you're seeing growth in relationships. But mostly this album focuses on relationships. There's post-breakup songs like Boyfriend and Till I Forget About You, and there's hopes in the relationship. But one of my favorite things about this album is one of their features at the end, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is on this Big Time Rush album. Who would have thought? Like, that is crazy. He's on one of the versions of Boyfriend. There are 3 different versions of Boyfriend on this album, but they're all worth a listen. So in total, this album has 17 songs, it's 58 minutes long, and it's really fun and easy to listen to if you want to put something on in the background or dance around a little bit. And if you're interested in seeing Big Time Rush, they are coming to Hershey, and this tour, they are performing every song from every episode. They will be in Pennsylvania on Friday, August 1st. And another artist I would like to show off today is Tyler, the Creator. Last week, I talked Frank Ocean. This week, it's only fair I talk Tyler, the Creator. Tyler has 8 studio albums. Most recently, in 2024, he released Chromacopia, and he tends to drop an album every 2 years. That seems to be his pattern. However, my favorite album from Tyler is Call Me If You Get Lost, which released in 2021. This album is hints of jazz, reggae, soul, pop, hip-hop, and rap. And Call Me If You Get Lost has a lot of different themes on it that I find really important. It's unrequited love, which Tyler sings about often throughout his discography. It's self-discovery in the pursuit of happiness in the world of yourself and in the world of travel. It's vulnerable, it's talking about living lavish, and it's talking about fame as a spectrum. My favorite song on this album is the longest track. It's Sweet, I Thought You Wanted to Dance. And it's a very storytelling track talking about feelings that many people are familiar with. It starts out sweet and then it goes throughout the story and you feel the distance grow. But toward the end of the song, you hear the lyrics, I wish we had better timing, I'll save a dance just for you. And that is a recurring lyric that you just feel, and each time you hear it, you feel more and more emotional. So Tyler is able to express so many different emotions throughout his discography that you don't see many other artists doing anymore. In his concerts, you could see people moshing to New Magic Wand, you could see people dancing around, and then you could see people crying. There's so many different emotions to feel in this space, and everybody's welcome to feel them. He's very versatile, and he's not afraid to speak his mind. If you want to see Tyler, the Creator, this year, he will be in Pennsylvania for 2 days down in Philadelphia, and that is July 5th and July 6th. So, going into albums you can listen to by the end of the week, we have Hummingbird, No Rain, No Flowers, Deluxe by Carly Pearce, Fake Moon by Cleopatra, I Die Where You Begin by Stella Cole, Youngin' by Tyler Watts, and Liberation by ZZ Ward. Tune in next time for some more album reviews. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Morgan. The Everhart Museum will launch its new exhibit, A New Path to the Waterfall, with a free reception from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. on March 28th.
Artists John Bromberg and Samuel Green will speak briefly about the exhibit, and there will be a musical performance by Pictures Moved by Strings.
Registration is not required for this event. You can visit the Everhart Museum's website for more information about this free event.
Here's Lily's Comics Corner.
Welcome to Comics Corner. Today, I'll be talking about women in comics, new releases, and the hottest new comic book adaptations. Since March is Women's History Month, it's only fitting to share some female-led solo comic books. From Marvel, we have Storm, Phoenix, Laura Kinney Wolverine, and Psylocke. From DC, we have Batgirl, Zatanna, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and Harley Quinn. Now, if you're looking for some comic books written or drawn by women, you can check out Exceptional X-Men by Eve Ewing and Carmen Canero, Uncanny X-Men written by Gail Simone, Poison Ivy written by G. Willow Wilson, and last but not least, The Immortal Thor illustrated by Jan Bazadula. This week, some new comic books that are being released are Absolute Superman number 5, X-Men number 13, Batman and Robin number 19, Iron Man number 6, and Phoenix number 9. Now, with the first 2 episodes of the Daredevil Born Again and the Invincible Season 3 finale this week, it's a big week for comic book adaptations. Daredevil Born Again is a revival and continuation of Daredevil, a series that aired on Netflix from 2015 to 2018. This premiere makes Daredevil Born Again the biggest Disney Plus premiere of 2025 with 7.5 million viewers. The Invincible Season 3 finale aired today. Since it just came out, I'll give everyone a chance to watch it before talking about it. But if you wanted to read the comics, Season 3 starts at issue number 48. And Season 3 debuted with a 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, so you definitely don't want to miss out on this. And now with your pop culture news is Morgan and Bianca.
This is Pop Culture. In the hot seat recently was Amelia Perez this award season. It was rated 72% on Rotten Tomatoes, 5.4 out of 10 on IMDb, and 2 out of 5 on Letterboxd. When I saw this movie, I thought it was trying to do a lot of things, and it was so close, and then it failed.
Yeah, going into the movie, I was going in with an open mind, although initially I did see Selena Gomez's performance, and I didn't really understand her Spanish that much as someone who does speak Spanish as well. And I was giving it a chance. I thought it was going to be very campy. That's initially what I got in the first couple minutes of the movie. And then it just slowly derailed into, I didn't really understand who this movie was for.
It was hard to tell, and a big musical fan of myself, I felt a lot of the music was very monotoned and kind of hard to listen to. It felt more like slam poetry instead of a musical.
Yeah, it did really sound like it was AI generated, which I know they did use AI for one of the actors' voices, which to me really shouldn't be used when you're considering
Yes.
like Academy Awards and Oscars.
I agree. Let's look at some controversies that really brought this to attention. So, one of the actors was found posting racist and Islamophobic tweets on Twitter and had to apologize through Netflix. So that was one of the big ones there. Also, going into the filmmaking, the director did not do research on Mexico. The director was actually French, so that was a big controversy as well.
Yeah, this whole thing really started because a really beloved Latin American superstar, Eugenio, he spoke out against the movie, saying this wasn't directed by Mexicans. No one did any of their research, and that their culture just isn't there. And he received actually a lot of hate for that by a lot of Selena fans and other fans of the people who are producing this movie. But a lot of Mexicans do not approve of Emilia Perez, and essentially the really bad connotations that it has like about Mexico as well. A really big issue is about like the cartel and everything, and if you were trying to produce a movie talking about Mexico and the struggles about living in Mexico, then I think you really should have had a lot of more producers who were Mexican or at least Latin American. And to be honest, even Zoe Saldana during the Oscars said that the heart of this movie was in Mexico. So just again asking the question, so who was this movie for?
And that goes into two more stereotypes that this film really had, two more issues, was the stereotyping between Mexican and trans people. And the communities felt like they were being brought down in a negative light instead of a positive light. And also, one of the controversies was that a lot of the actors were not of Mexican descent. They were French, they were Italian, they were Dominican Republic, they are from Puerto Rico, they're from the United States. The only ones there that really had a lot of Mexican descent was Selena Gomez. So that has been a lot of the controversy surrounding Emilia Perez, and the film got a lot of traction on social media, but it wasn't in a good light. Hopefully we could see a bit brighter things for the future in these stereotypes and building this up, but that was pop culture for Emilia Perez. Let's take a look at the world of fashion. Rapper Doechii has been having a phenomenal week in Paris for Fashion Week. She started the month off in Milan, but she has been wowing the world with her looks in Paris. She has been spotted in Schiaparelli and Valentino, just to name a few. Doechii was talking to Anna Wintour and Thom Browne, who crafted her Grammy looks. And that's what's going on in fashion.
Thank you for tuning into Scranton Scope. Be sure to tune into Royals Weekly and The Standings and follow us on Instagram at ufs.royalstudios.